Hey guys, it's me again. Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, my last video didn't go so well. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet this morning, but, you know, thankful for beer. Anyway, thankful for God first and foremost, but remember, yeah, Jesus Christ converted water to wine because Mary, his mother, asked him to do so because it wasn't violating any laws. So, hey, y'all, Michelob Ultra, good stuff, man. Doesn't sit in your gut like lead brick. Oh, by the way, wearing my birth control glasses because I don't have to worry about anybody hitting on me because you know what? I don't give a shit. Anyway, besides, given what happens in this valley, are you kidding? Ew, icky. Monogamy is a real problem around here. And me, I'm a monogamous girl, and I'm not looking for several boyfriends or boyfriends that like to date several women. Not my thing. Polygamy is polygamy any way you slice the pie, whether you want to call it polygamy or fornication. You know, it is what it is. You know, these people like to screw around here. And the best part is, they think they all can get away with it because they know everybody and all the secret hidey holes. And yeah, they talk about child molestation like it's just no big dang deal. It's amazing when you could sit down at a restaurant like Denny's and have a conversation about who was molested this week, you know, like 4-year-old or something like that, and it's like nothing. Yeah, it happens here. And then they'll tell you stories about what happened to them or their grandkids or their own children. And then they won't do anything about it because they're Mormon. And, you know, everybody has to have the perfect life with the perfect home, with the perfect family, without any problems. And, yeah, a dog that doesn't poop on the carpet. By the way, my dog did poop on the carpet. And a cat that doesn't even use the litter box, self-cleaning litter box. Oh, my goodness, cat does it themselves. As a matter of fact, the cat is so good, the cat knows how to flush the toilet. I couldn't imagine being a part of a legalistic religion like that, where I'm not even allowed to be a human being and I've got to be perfect. Okay, so going to the theology of the iron rod. Can you see the problem? Okay, you can't even express yourself or have a cat that poops in the litter box or ask the wrong question, you know, because somebody might get mad at you. And the next thing you know, your livelihood is in jeopardy. And around here, you got a lot of old Mormon blood. Well, the thing about it is they have a certain theology that they're not currently propagating in the church, except with President Nelson, he's trying to turn it back. But they're not presently propagating it in the church. It has a lot to do with polygamy and things like that. But when you're dealing with old Mormon theology, old Mormon blood, like here in the Gila Valley, because these folks showed up down here with the Mormon battalion, they're not quick to change their beliefs any more than my Christian brothers and sisters of the Christian nation, we are talking Abrahamic nations here, are any quicker to change their beliefs about the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith, and the Doctrines and Covenants. Yeah. And the worst part of it is you've got a lot of these Latter-day Saints that are walking away from the mainline Mormon religion. They will do some things like turn to the community of Christ, which I applaud you guys for. That community, started by Emma Hale Smith and Oliver Crowdery, that community really, really tries to get it right. Oh, and you can talk to them, and they will talk to you about Joseph Smith, you know, history. They have nothing to hide because they're trying to do it right. You know, so if you're former Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and looking for an outlet of people who can sit down and actually have an intelligent conversation with you, and you're not finding it in mainline Christian religions, because most of your Christian religions want to deny the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith, and the Doctrines and Covenants. Heck, they don't even understand it. Go to the community of Christ. Those are some smart people. I'm telling you, humble, willing to hear, talk to you, educate you. And, you know, and if they think they're wrong, do the research and change what they're teaching, because they know the truth is out there and that they don't have it all figured out, because they too are fallen, living in a fallen world, because all have fallen short of the glory of God. Think about that for a minute. Okay. So let's deal with some things. Let's deal with the Doctrines and Covenants 138. And I'm going to get that to you in the next video. I have to do a correction because I said Doctrines and Covenants last night in my last video. 128. It's actually 138. Okay, so hey, I'm working on making sure it's right because accuracy is huge when it comes to God. And I'm not afraid to admit when I mess up. Okay, so if you have a correction for me, I'm willing to hear your correction. So let's go ahead and get to the next video and let's talk about the Book of Mormon, the problems with the Doctrines and Covenants 138, God's redemption plan for all his people to include, guess who? Those that believe in the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith as a true prophet, and the Doctrines and Covenants. And the reverse is true, for the other nations like, the Muslims and the Christians and yeah, all that kind of great stuff. The Jews who don't believe in the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith and the Doctrines and Covenants. Christ came for them too, guys. You need to remember that Lehi did not grab a hold of that iron rod because judge not, lest you are to be judged. Yeah, something to think about. So I'm going to get to this next video. Love you guys. Keep the faith. Walk the narrow path. We'll deal with D&C 138, and it's a large theology that you guys need to be aware of. Okay, and it goes all the way back to Genesis. Okay, and it's not going to give you a warm and fuzzy because it goes counter to the theology that you have been taught since childhood, and it's going to put you back in your seat. And I'm going to be honest, when I looked at the Book of Mormon, it was the same thing for me. It ran counter to the theology that I had been taught. And it put me back in my seat. But then when I put aside my biases and I automatically based my research in Scripture on the fact that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and that Scripture is real, and that it's true, it's factual, the Book of Mormon is factual, that Joseph Smith was a real prophet, and that his prophecies are accurate, it was like everything opened up and it all started to fit together. If it doesn't fit in the Bible, it won't fit in the Book of Mormon. If it doesn't fit in the Book of Mormon, it won't fit in the Bible. And it won't match, as a confirming source, Joseph Smith's, not Joseph Fielding Smith's, Joseph Smith's prophecy, because Joseph Smith confirms the Bible and the Book of Mormon. Okay, so when you're dealing with the Book of Mormon and trying to understand the Book of Mormon, you got to trace it back through the Bible. But then you got to use common sense because there is wisdom. God has wisdom. Does he tell us this or not? All right, so, and then you got to talk to him and say, God, what's your wisdom on this? What's your guidance? What's your leading? What are you trying to show here? Okay, because if you look at Acts 2:17 and you look at Jesus Christ's sacrifice and you look at the Melchizedek priesthood, and Jesus Christ is the high priest of the Melchizedek priesthood forever, we all have that one-on-one connection with Jesus Christ. Vision, prophecies, Acts 2:17 is not just reserved for the select few, but for all of us. All of us. And we need to come together and we need to start working together and loving on each other and realize the fact that Jesus Christ came for us all. Love you guys. Oh, and we need to get over our religious self-righteousness. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.